today.
What's that?
Everything together today.
We got the right computer. If I set up next to you?
Me?
Yeah.
Fine, fine. As long as I can get in my corner.
Yeah. I'll be behind you a little bit.
room in here. It's pretty tight. You can take a look.
There you go. Can't see a thing. A little late getting to the show here. Had to finish my factory down at the second period intermission sponsor. Chilliwack takes a quick early 1-0 lead, 10:47 into the first period. Warm and Schleusner out on the back end. A little confusion at the penalty bench. Matt Nash taking notes over there on Zal. We put another 10 seconds back on the clock. A little runoff there. Bailey Bradford in the net for the T-Birds. chase with Nash and Trevor out there. Nash picks it up, pushes it across, but Chilliwack brings it in. Salmon fires one at the net. Bradford gloves that. He's ready to go. Schleusner and Warm on the back end. T-Birds home after a, what have we been on, like a 8-game, 2,800-mile road trip?
Yeah, 9 to be exact.
There we go. Schleusner fires it around the boards. That's chipped across. O'Hala picks it up, lifts the stick. He gets it back to Nash. Oh, Nash couldn't quite catch up with that one, and it's chipped out by the, are these the Chiefs? Or the Bruins? O'Hala on a breakaway. He backhands that one right through the 7-hole, underneath the arm, and he scores. My prep for today hasn't been very good. All right, 1-1 there. .10:24 to go. The T-Birds will change lines. Out comes Matt Klink, George, Moran, Trevor Childers, Cohen Mueller, and Dan Anderson on the back end. So we're back to level here. Moran takes the draw. Childers chips it over, and Klink dumps it in. Follows that puck up the sideboards, and Moran cuts his man off. Mueller does a spinorama and then taps it forward. Klink's got him. Moran up to Childers. Childers finds a little space, dives to try to poke it in deep, but he can't get it down low. Moran hunts it down in the other corner. Puck squirts out to the Chilliwack defender, and in there off up the side. Arnold takes the puck and he dumps it in the corner. Down behind the net. Mueller sizes up his man, gives it a, tries to poke it up to Klink. Klink grabs it and chips it up the middle, where it's blocked off, and then dumped right back in. Way up high. Anderson has a little trouble with the bouncer there. He fires it around the corner. Referee in the way. T-Bird, blue line stepped up and grabbed number 10 there. A little bit of a toe pick, but all ends well, and Bradford puts a glove on it, and the T-Birds will change lines one more time. Draw is won by Chilliwack, fired into the far corner. Anderson pokes away and bumps his man in there. Referee in the way again. Welcome back to Seattle, where the referees can't get themselves out of the way. That's chipped up the boards. That's going to go for icing. Alonso got that puck, tried to bounce it off the glass. He may be a little bit distracted by the holiday lighting here. Those wingers, when they come around, have got to get in their peripheral vision some green and red lighting that's all the way around the Sno-King rink, making it quite festive. There's another one dumped down the ice, and that's going to be his third icing here in the last 45 seconds. McGarriger sets in to take the draw as the linesman brings the puck back up. He drops it off, and we're ready to go. Puck goes down, double bounces, another great American linesman quality where he can double hop that puck. T-Birds go in a little offside, try to regroup. Schleusner up to Alonso. Alonso makes a quick pass to McGarriger that slides under his stick. Chilliwack regroups back in their own zone, goes D to D. D-man standing still, looks for a pass, and then passes it right to Schleusner. Schleusner puts it right up the middle and onto the glove of the Chilliwack player. They can't convert on that. The puck goes back down the ice. Schleusner picks it up, gets it up to Alonso. Alonso gets it in deep, and here comes Laux. Laux hunting that one in behind the net. O'Hala's got it. Shaw picks it up at the blue line, dumps it in the corner. Laux has got that. He shields it with his body. He takes another bump, and that to no avail. Schleusner lifts one about chest high in front of the net to deflect into the corner. And Chilliwack's away. Chip it up the boards. It's chipped right back the other way. Schleusner puts it in, and it slinks all the way back in. Out comes Mueller. Schleusner lifts it, but Bradford, that goes the length of the ice, and Bradford decides he'll just hold it for a face-off. Those were 7 minutes, 48 seconds to go. It's a tight spot in here. Tight spot. Can't see very well. Beams everywhere. If this is this rink is a bit of a maybe a fixer-upper. Tight sight lines. Out come the T-Birds. Childers picks it up. He's pestered from behind by Salmon.
One could say it's grocery store quality.
They could say that, but it's our home. We're happy with it. Warm slides across. And then it's dumped in by Chilliwack. Bradford stops it in behind the net. Schleusner picks it up. He looks over, picks up Warren, and pushes it up to Childers. Chilliwack dumps it right back in. Warren drags it in behind the net, evades a hit there. He has his head up, looks around for someone. There's Childers. Childers gets it across to Schleusner. Schleusner up to Plank. Plank takes a bump there. Moran picks up the puck just across the blue line, but has a stick with it. Puck comes in the near side boards. Plank's got it there. He drags it into the corner, does a look around, tries to make a move, but it's lifted off him by the Chilliwack player. And fired up the boards, but goes off of Warren's stick and won't go for icing. Schleusner finds it behind the net, passes it back to where he thought Warren was going to be, but no luck there. Now Warren's got it behind the net, makes a quick pass up to Plank. Plank fires it across the ice for Alonzo. Oh, that was Nash. Puck comes out, puck goes back in, T-Birds carry it around, Alonzo circles in his own zone, pushes it up to Schleusner. Schleusner slows it down a little bit, and he's looking for somebody. All the T-Birds on the right-hand side. Schleusner fires it up the glass, and that will go for icing as well. Slow start here, a lot of scrambly play. A lot of dump ins, a lot of offsides, a lot of guys leading the puck inside the blue line. Geddes wins that draw back. Anderson rims it around to Alonzo. Alonzo makes a strong play on the wall and gets it up to Geddes. Geddes brings it down the right-hand side. He puts it into the corner. Turns, twists, takes a bump. Vinny comes in, has a look, helps him out. Mueller jumps in, but puck jumps over his stick. It's back in the neutral zone and dumped in on the goaltender. Chilliwack drags it in behind the net. Geddes stops and has a look. Weston has a look as well. T-Birds get into their formation to try to pick off this, counter this puck. It's dumped up into Arnold. Arnold brings it across the blue line. Has a stick lifted from behind by Geddes. That's a strong defensive play there by Geddes. And he's got it up to Nash. Nash has got a little bit of room. He's going to go on the back end, goes top shelf and scores. That all started off with a solid defensive play by Mike Geddes at the blue line, where he lifted the puck, lifted the stick, stole the puck, got it up to Weston, and Weston found Nash. Nash got his feet moving and made a nice backhander right over top of the goaltender's blocker to go top shelf, give the T-Birds a 2-1 lead. 5 minutes, 22 seconds left in the first period. Valhalla wins the draw, but Chilliwack winger jumped out in front of Laux and grabbed that puck. Nash, Shaw just buried that guy beside the net. He was looking down for the puck as it scrambled around, and Shaw introduced him to his backside behind the net. Shaw takes it in behind the net. Now everybody liked a little bump on Mr. Shaw. He battles in behind the net. He pokes his guy, pokes the puck. It comes out, Chilliwack comes out with it. A couple quick shots. Bradford gets run over. He's flopping around back there. He doesn't know where the puck is, and he's turned the wrong way. Somehow he got it underneath him, though. Play stopped. That was a good little sequence there. Chilliwack got the puck in deep and then went to work. Shaw made a good initial hit, but then after that, everybody wanted to have a bump on him. And they generated a little bit of offense, got Bradford turned around. Moran wins that draw back into the corner, and Warren rims it around the boards to Childers. Didn't quite happen there. Warren's got it behind the net. He tries again to Childers. Childers from the corner, but it's dumped right out in front. There's a block shot by Warren right in front. There's another giveaway right in front of the net. That puck came around the boards a couple times. Just couldn't quite get that puck out there.
Playing with fire a little bit.
Yeah, playing with fire. I think that centerman might need to be just a little bit lower on that. Butters decides he'll have a chat with Childers on the bench and sends Alonso up for him. Moran evens that draw, but Schleusner picks it up and cuts it short up the clink. That's a good one. Oh, and that's gonna skips over the stick. Alonso shoots and he scores! How about that? So Butters pulls the trigger on Childers. Puck comes back. The draw is won by Moran. Back to Schleusner. Instead of taking it behind his net, he goes across the front of the net, far side to Clink, and Clink chipped it out. Alonso was on his horse the whole way, picked it up, and then fired it right underneath the armpit of the Chilliwack goaltender, and that makes it 3-1. And now we're going to have a goaltending change. Folks at home, that's 3 shots and 3 goals on this Chilliwack goaltender. Not his day today. He'll get a chance, I'm sure. It seems like we play 12 games a week. He'll get his chance the rest of the week to have another one at it. But Mays takes a seat on the bench. Coach, Chilliwack coach rallies his troops as he lets them know that that's not all the goaltender and he had no choice to pull him there. Salmon takes the draw against Moran. Salmon wins it back to Padam, and Padam is pasted by Alonso. Alonso's got a goal and just pasted number 8 off of Chilliwack. Slides over to Schleusner. Schleusner gets lucky there on a pass right up the middle. Alonso's got one, tries to go off that far pad to Clink, but Chilliwack goaltender made a good play on that just to hold that rebound in. That was a solid idea there. T-Birds make a quick change. McGarriger in the circle with Weston and Mike Geddes. Anderson waits in behind, hoping to get a shot off. The draw is lost and puck goes behind the Chilliwack net. They regroup back there. D-man tries to go long with that one. He picks it up at the red line and it's chopped in. Not a lot of pressure. Mueller picks it up in the corner, kicks it up to his stick, and it's rimmed around to Geddes. Geddes takes a bump there. He works away. McGarriger just got in behind the D-man but couldn't lift his stick. The T-Birds, for the second time, try to get that puck out and get it within 6 inches of the blue line but can't quite get it clear. Mueller goes to work in the corner. Puck comes in behind the net. A quick shot out in front. Mueller packs it across the blue line. Weston takes it in his skates and chips it over the blue line. McGarrigle battles for it. He can't pick it up. Now Nash is on as Chilliwack dumps it in on the goaltender and makes a quick change. What do we got?
Getting close again.
All right, back to live action. Holland pulls it back to Shaw. Shaw's got it. He chips it up the boards. Laux pins his man in there. There's 4 Chilliwack Chiefs in a hula hoop there, and somehow the T-Birds come out with it, but punch it down the ice for yet another icing. Still not quite a lot of flow to this game. I don't know how many games Chilliwack's played this last weekend, but the T-Birds are coming off of, this will be their 9th game in 10 days. Spread across the East Coast and another night up in Vancouver. Chilliwack drags it in behind the net. Pestered there by Ohala. They pull it out in front. Ohala's got it. He tries to kick it up, but he can't get that kicked up, and it goes off of Yamamoto's leg, and a quick backhander goes over Bradford's glove and into the net. Bounced around in there, and Ohala couldn't grab it. Yamamoto had a hard time swinging around, and Johnny on the spot was Dorman for Chilliwack, and he took the backhander just over the pad of Bradford. We now have got combined 11 shots and 5 goals, so it could be a situation where last shot wins here. Schleusner takes it up the boards, knocked down by the Chilliwack player and dumped in offside. Moran hits his leg, bounces off the glass, and then flipped out by Chilliwack. Warren steps up on his man. Flo picks it up, that shot wide. Moran drives his man into the boards. Bradford has that one bounce off of his knob of his stick and then roll around. Here's Moran, picks it up to the blue line. Moran takes a hit there. That could have been a little suspect as it was a bit of leg to leg. That's not under control there, Mr. Landsman. There should have been an offside. Moran continues the battle along. Clank has a bounce off his leg. Moran's got it there. Gains the red line. Now he fires in the corner and he takes a big hit there. Takes a hit, gets the puck in deep though. Slides up and magically it hits the referee in the leg. Moran has a stick lifted at the blue line by Salmon and he brings it in. Now Schleusner's got it. Now away come the T-Birds. Weston hunts that thing down in the far corner. He hammers his guy up against the boards, but Chilliwack picks up the puck. Here comes McGarrigle right off the bench. He's tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty on Chilliwack. Back to Mueller. Mueller over to Schleusner. Bounces over his stick, and then Chilliwack picks it up. Not quite sure why he's not blowing the whistle. There's the whistle. There's going to be a 2-minute minor for a trip there on McGarrigle. Number 9 off of Chilliwack's going to make his way to the penalty box, and we'll have a serve pro, a Tacoma power play coming up. McGarrigle sets in for the draw with Alonso and Weston. Mueller and Anderson in the back. Puck back to Anderson. He surveys. Alonso picks it up off the side. Quick wrister hits his goalie right in the belly button as Weston stood in beside him. McGarrigle shoved off to the side by the Chilliwack D-man. McGarrigle spins his stick and sets the troops. He bends in and he's ready to take the draw. He has a whack at it, but loses the puck there. Alonso's right on it. He kicks it over to Weston. Weston holds it in behind the net. Pestered there by number 7. And it zips around the boards and Mueller picks it up. Chilliwack plays real low on this box, so there's going to be some room up top. There's a good backdoor try by McGarrigle. At Alonso, but Alonso just had his stick lifted, I think, at the last second. McGarrigle holds that one in, grabs it with his hand. Tries to create a little time and space. Alonso's got it in the back of the net. And Anderson has it. He fires one just wide. McGarrigle couldn't quite pick that one up off the end boards. Weston goes to work back there, hits his man. Alonso gets it out up top. Anderson with a slapper. That hit a leg and bounced into the corner. Alonso down to Weston. Weston back out to Alonso just behind him. Anderson's got it. He has a little flipper in there, and that bounces off the goalie and is kicked to the corner. Alonso will have a shot. That's deflected wide. There's the end of the first period. Score at the end of the first, your Seattle T-Birds 3, Chilliwack 2, 57 seconds left in the serve pro of Tacoma power play. It's a pretty good crowd here, I would say, today.
Oh yeah.
A lot of grandparents, uncles, crazy grandparents, etc. in town for Thanksgiving. We'll get shipped out tomorrow. We'll be back to normal. T-Birds hit the road Wednesday for a tilt. Where are we headed Wednesday? Ridge Meadows, right?
Do we have a Wednesday this week?
Oh, we have a Wednesday. A Wednesday at 7:45 against, I believe, against Ridge Meadows, who beat the #1 team, Burnaby Bulldogs, twice in the last week. They hadn't lost, and Ridge Meadows hadn't won a game in all of tiering. Magically, instead of dropping teams down in the tiering this year, they decided we'll go from 9 teams to 12, so everybody's #1. And, oh, hang on.
Rental, do you have chapstick?
It's a request for chapstick from the crowd here. My color guy Brian's trying to pretend he doesn't have any chapstick.
Oh,
when in doubt, everyone knows that he must.
I got 4 big things of it in the truck.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm sure it's all Danny's, not yours. Next one.
I know. She goes to the Oh, we do go to Ridge Meadows Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of garbage. Shame on Andy for not rescheduling.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's a shame on for guys like rescheduled every game that we had from the beginning.
Yeah, he's done a good job.
That's a tough deal. That's a tough deal. Gives me a chance to pick up the blown up Suburban up there. Yeah.
What happened?
Oh yeah. We haven't had a Knicks. We haven't had a Knicks penalty kill yet, but the Suburban blew up on the way up to the last road trip.
Oh no!
So it's sitting up in White Rock. That's all good. It wasn't Nick's fault either. All right, Warren picks his puck up. He has a look around. He's got a lot of room, so he pulls it in over the blue line, gets it down low. Oh, battles in there with Warren, waits on that defensive side of the puck. 3 birds in there against 2. Now Laux goes in. He's going to have a look in there. 3 versus 2. Chilliwack guy's doing a good job of holding that puck and burning off time. Warren gets it at the top. It's deflected in front. That hit a body. Didn't quite make it to the net. Now Laux has it. Up to Nash. Nash on the half wall. Warren on the back to Nash. Nash across to Schleusner. Schleusner has a wrister that goes off the goaltender's glove and in behind the net. Nash battles. Nash looks and waits for that puck to poke out. As Laux goes after it with Ohala. Laux on that one again. Chips it in behind. Ohala kicks it up to his skate. Up to Schleusner. Schleusner's get it down to Nash. Nash will have a shot from there. It goes right in his glove. And that's the end of the Servpro Tacoma power play. A couple good chances there. As the T-Birds move the puck around, try to get it back in the, run it off the half wall and then get it out to the D-men. Chilliwack did a nice job as well, just holding the puck in the zone there, playing strong on the defensive side. Here comes George Moran to take the draw. He wins that draw. Childers chips it back to Anderson. Anderson chops that thing into the corner, and Moran goes to work down there with Klink. He pushes it back behind the net to Childers. Chilliwack picks that puck off, and they're away. Over the red line they come. They dump it down in behind the net. Wheeler gives his man a bump, but Chilliwack maintains possession. Wheeler steps up there. That puck's out over the line. Klink got that one off, got that one across, and Moran pokes it up to Klink. Klink's up the left-hand side, has his stick lifted. He'll battle away in there. Chilliwack clears his zone, and Anderson fires it right back in, right around behind the net. Klink. All right, so that was a little confusing. Klink came to the bench, Weston put a leg over, and then Klink decided he would go hunt the puck down, but he was offside. Confusion has been cleared up. We got Weston up front with Alonzo and McGarriger, and here comes Shaw and Yamamoto. 13:07 left in the second period. Shots 8-8. 3-2 lead for the T-Birds. Laux fires one at the net, goes off the goaltender's elbow and up into the netting in behind. That was a good quick shot there, and their goalie had to be up to the task. T-Birds set themselves up. Wingers cross sides. McGarriger tries to push it through. Couldn't quite get that. It went back to Shaw, who bumped it down low. Now Alonzo fights in the corner. Chilliwack comes out with the puck, but Alonzo bumps his guy after he stopped. That's going to just miss the Chilliwack winger, and Yamamoto took a rolling puck, and that thing flipped up and went up and over the glass. And the face-off's going to be outside. That didn't hit a thing, and it went straight in for close to a field goal.
Yeah, good 9-iron.
Yeah, that was a good one. Right off the birthday party sign down there. All right, quick win by McGarriger. Puck goes in, but picked up by Chilliwack. They bring it out to center. Warren chips it up. Weston's got it. It's 1-on-3 with Weston. He decides to have a shot. Chilliwack goalie holds it. With an offensive zone face-off. That was a slick play by Weston to pick that off the glass there, right in front of Ed Yamamoto, who was probably taking a picture of him at the same time. It was going to bounce off the turnbuckle, and he corralled that in and got a little shot. Draw one by McGarriger across the Warren. Warren takes the knuckler, and that slid in dangerous, and McGarriger just tipped it wide. Rustin is interfered with and thrown down in the corner. His hands go up wondering what's going on, and McGarriger swings around and drops it into the far corner. Chilliwack brings it behind the net. Alonso had him lined up, but he just sidestepped that hit. Trevor picks it up. He gets it over to McGarriger. He can't hold on to it. Moves ahead. Nash comes in the back. That was a 2-on-1, and now he just hit the post there. There's one. Holly gets it out. Nash moves up. It's across the blue line, but offside. So Warren went across the ice to try to get that puck in deep. Chilliwack picked it up, chipped it over, and it looked like it was going to be a 2-on-1. Nash came flying off the bench, picked up the far guy. The Chilliwack player beat Bradford, but not the goalpost. So Maine's 3-2, 11:46 to go. Louds brings it in across the blue line. He continues to work hard and bumps his man in the corner. Mueller steps up, punches it forward, it slides back and jumps over a Hollis stick. Anderson gives chase. He flips it up, it goes off the Chilliwack player and over the glass. Do I dare ask what we need a leaf blower for? This guy over here. Alright, linesman backs everybody off. Josh Rosenbaum, who some of the kids played with earlier on. He likes to keep it tidy out there, so he keeps everybody on the side. Nash has a swipe at that, but can't poke it out. There's O'Hala. He poke checks that away and gets it across the line. It's dumped back in. Anderson has it. He makes a quick move, then another. Now he gets it in deep, in behind the net. The Chilliwack goalie steps out and stops that for his. Oh, he missed that one and he kept sliding right to Nash. Nash goes in. He'll try to poke it away. Alex has got it. He pushes the puck out front. It bounces off of the Chilliwack defense right into the goaltender. He puts his mitt on it, and we'll have another whistle here. With 10:55 to go. Moran uses that draw, but Klink helps him out, picks it up, he gets it out to Geddes to get a quick backhand. Goalie stopped that. Chilliwack picks it up. Tries to go short side on a puck that just jumped over Shaw's stick. Bradford holds on to that one. It was a quick little shot from Chilliwack player. Tried to go short side on Bradford there. Bradford was having none of it. Moran wins the draw. Yamamoto rips it around the boards to Klink. Klink looks for his man. He flips it high in the air. Goes over top of Moran's head. Chilliwack picks it up and flips one back into the zone. Shaw brings it in behind the net, draws a Chilliwack defender with him. Klink pushes it up to Moran, but he can't quite hold it. This is going to be icing on Chilliwack right here. Neither team really able to make a lot of headway here between icings and offsides. A lot of board play on in the corners. Shots now 10-9 for the T-Birds. As yet another draw is scrambled and Chilliwack picks that one up and pulls it across the blue line. They come in 2-on-2. Chilliwack player goes far post. That was a good one. Good save there by Bradford. Now it's in the corner. Moran pushes it around in there. Shaw goes back. Lugs the puck and he gets it in behind the net to Yamamoto. Up to Klink. Klink. Oh, Klink gave it away right at. Oh, Klink gave it away right at the half wall. The Chilliwack player had a look at it and then poked his way in and stuck his stick right in Bradford's ear hole. Who's not?
Someone's going to need something new for Christmas.
He's not happy with that. Yeah, that poke there cost him about $229.95 because that CCM's busted in half. And if it wasn't busted before, Bradford made sure it was busted the rest of the way. He was not amused to have that stuck up inside of his mask. All right, Bradford collects himself. We're ready to go back to live action. Rosenbaum likes to keep it neat again. Well, he pushes Warren over to the side. goes down in the corner. Gallagher pushes that one up to Finney. Finney chips it up the boards and gives chase, but that's going to go just a little bit too far for him. Back up the middle. Chilliwack comes up the right side. Crease gets it. Oh, there's some bumps there. Weston gets it out over the blue line. He makes a nice little move, and then another one. And it's 1-on-2. He goes through the legs. Oh! There seemed to be that one went right in the Chilliwack goalie's glove. Weston made 3 or 4 good moves, and then Alonso came to the net afterwards, and the first thing up was the goaltender's stick right into the throat of Alonso. Maybe taking a chapter out of Bailey Bradford's playbook there, where he wants to make sure that there's plenty of room around the outside. Nobody's sticking on him. T-Birds have another scramble draw. Alonso picks that up, pushes it around the corner, tries to get it back to Weston. Weston battles his man. Does a real nice job there. Puck comes around to Warren. Warren wrists one. Oh, that was a pass to Weston, and Weston couldn't quite corral it with the open net. Weston's got it again. He takes a wild angled shot there. Chilliwack breaks out. Gallagher pushes a puck forward. Chilliwack regains. Now Schluster's got it across the Warren. Warren to Nash. Nash up the middle to Laux. They got a 2-on-1 here. Here comes O'Halloran to back to Laux. Laux shoots and scores! That was a great play. The Chilliwack player wants to come in just to find out who scored that goal. He'll have a poke at Laux at the same time. Trevor's too busy celebrating, so Chase had to come in and settle that whole situation down. So another bouncing puck in the neutral zone ends up on Schluster's stick across the Warm, the Nash to O'Halloran to Laux, and the puck is in the net. All 5 T-Birds touch the puck on that goal. Only 2 assists available, so the defenseman will take the loss on that one. 4-2, T-Birds, 8:37 to go in the first period. And Laux is right back at it. He scored a couple of quick ones up north, if my text was correct there. He just had his stick lifted there. He fires one out in front of the net. Chilliwack guys are starting to get a little bit angry. Now angry with one another. As one of the, as Hale tells number 4 there that maybe we don't need to fight him after every whistle. All right. All it gets in the circle. Another 3-hopper draw from Rosenbaum there. Gotta love that as a centerman. It goes up there. Mueller's up to the task. He read that. He sniffed that one out. Stopped the puck at the blue line, kept it in. O'Halloran's gonna have a bump on his guy after he tries to push the puck forward. Now Chilliwack comes out. Mueller stepped up on him, but it's a 1-on-4. Anderson gives him a little bit of that patented Anderson hip check, and then he bumps him one more time in there. Chilliwack player's holding his jersey. Anderson's rubbing him up against the boards, but everybody's separated now, and the puck's on the near side wall. Laux just planted his guy, and then a submarine from number 13 as he looks like he went after him. He goes right off the bench and out. He's got a sore hand there. Puck down low. That's gonna be a nice one. Oh, said Rosenbaum said he touched it, which he's probably right. Good call. Puck comes right up the middle of the captain. A couple guys trying to block shots. That goes off of Bradford's shoulder and up and over the glass. Well, I was busy watching number 13 here, who who appeared like he was going after Laux's knees there, but I think he might have tripped, and he's holding his thumb. He went right to the bench and then off out the back. He's back on the bench now. Moran gets switched up at the last second. Geddes wins that draw behind the net. Shaw rips it around the glass. No winger there. Chilliwack guy tries to fire a bouncing puck, and that didn't go very far. Shaw grabs his guy. The Chilliwack bench screaming for a penalty on Shaw there for interference.
Which it should have been.
Probably have a little point there. That's on the other side of the red line, Rosenbaum. That's an icing. Anyways. All right, Shaw takes it behind the net, takes a bump back there, kicks it out back. He flips it up high into the air. Goes over. Rosenbaum now's got his arm up for an icing, but no, sir. Didn't make it to the other end. Chilliwack jumps it out again. Geddes lifts the stick from behind. Chilliwack messes around at the blue line. That was still offside. Chilliwack player quickly turned around and got bumped in the back there. Very close to one of those blindside hits that often gets called here, especially by sometimes the less experienced American crews. Mind you, the Canadian guys like to give that 2 and 10 out at the same time. McGarriger wins that draw over to Weston, back to Schleusner. Warm up the boards to Alonso. That'll slowly leak into the Chilliwack zone, and they turn around and try to go up the boards. Alonso's not fooled by that. He gets it across to McGarriger. McGarriger corrals it. Then he tries to backhand it out front and can't quite get enough on it. Chilliwack drags it right up the middle of the ice again. It's a pretty daring move right in front of the net. That puck bounced off. Flipped up to McGarriger from Warm. McGarriger has it hit his skate. Now Warm steps up and he'll pick the puck up. He's going to make a move or two. He comes across the blue line. Gets it over to Alonso. Alonso, Warm tipped that one in front of the net and took a shot in the side for his efforts. That one goes off the goaltender, bounces out. Quick whistle. We got 5 minutes, 33 seconds to go. Chilliwack goaltender adjusts his mask after that bump that he took in front of the net. Quick little play there. Warm dumped it off to the side, went straight to the net to try to deflect it and bumped the goalie right in the side of the head. All right, if you've heard this before, Laux battles on the boards down in the offensive zone after a top shelf and he scores! Finally, Trevor is rewarded for all the work that he's done on the boards in behind the net. He chipped it out to Chase, and Chase went high atop the net there, over top of the blocker side on the Chilliwack goaltender, who's been good since he's come in. And the T-Birds take a 5-2 lead. And for their efforts, Warm and Schleusner will find themselves a spot on the bench. And out come Mueller and Anderson. Mueller picks it up, gets her over to Anderson. Anderson has a look, puck's rolling. That's a tough puck to handle there, but he made a good pass across to Trevor. Bounced off of him, Hall picks it up and he's down in the corner. Nobody quite wants to bump Hall, so they let him just skate on through. He gets it in behind the net, Chilliwack controls it, nobody up top. Laux tried to block that one. Nash comes down low and pickpockets the Chilliwack player and pulls it out across center ice. Puck bounces on him and Chilliwack picks it up and just lifts it out of the zone. Anderson, nice slow roller up the middle. Laux grabbed that and saved the bacon. Nash tries to pick up a loose puck, and there's yet another one down the ice, and that'll be icing on Chilliwack. Is that a bear? These might be the Chilliwack Bruins. They got the Chiefs colors, but they got some native Canadian looking bear thing on their shoulder patch. We'll get a ruling on that later. All right, Anderson works his guy, knocks him down, and that's going to result in a penalty. Anderson kind of lost a step there, and then got wrapped up with number 10. And he's going to sit 2 minutes for holding. Tough deal there. Puck's been on its side here for probably about the last 4 minutes. I don't think I've seen it flat. And Anderson paid the price there as the puck rolled around and bounced around. All right, out comes Yamamoto with Shaw and Childers for a Nix Auto Care penalty kill. Moran wins a draw back to Shaw. Stolen from him. Back to the line. Oh, there's a good active stick by Childers. Childers gets the puck out. He's not quite sure where it is. Probably gets blinded when he looks down on anything close with those pink laces. Chilliwack regroups in. Childers picks that off and he slips it over to Moran, but Moran can't hold it. Now he's in there again. Goes off his belly and all right into the Chilliwack defender. Pull it up over the line. Stop on the line. Moran with the active stick. One-timer. Turns into a feeble bump into the corner. Shot around the side. Dragged into the middle. Oh, that is an outstanding save right there by Bailey Bradford. Outstanding. The T-Birds backed right off. Chilliwack picked that up, came across the green, and there was number 10. That was a good shot, and Bradford made a heck of a good save on that. That's Prosy who had that shot on the Chilliwack side. All right, Salmon in for the draw against McGarriger. Another hung draw. Warren fires it up, but it hits the defenseman in the glove. Chester holds it. He looks for a man. They play the one up top. Clark in front of the net does a good save as it bounced through to Bradford. Puck in behind the net. McGarriger pesters Clark in front. T-Birds are playing a real tight down low box here, trying to keep Chilliwack with the puck to the outside. Oh, and that's picked off by Warren. Here we go. McGarriger had a chance to chip it up and didn't quite get it up there, but he fires a puck down the ice and away it goes. All right. Weston in now with McGarriger. McGarriger picked that cross-ice pass off, and Warren does a double flip chili pepper down on the, oh no, that was Schleusner. Double flip chili pepper onto the goalie. Again, puck not laying flat here much. McGarriger pushes his man down. This is a strong penalty kill for McGarriger. He has been all over the place here. Weston steps over in front of his guy. Puck comes up top. A one-timer, Bradford. Nobody in front of him, but Bradford makes a real nice save on that one with the ball. Split across. Warm battles two Chilliwackers in the corner and tries to lift the stick. It goes in behind the net. Schleusner now on top of it. Warm pokes it free. He gets it up. He's going to lug it out of there. Gives it to Anderson. Now we got two D-men and Weston headed to the net. Anderson. Again, Anderson with a shot. Oh, there's another shot. Anderson. Oh, Anderson hit the side of the net. Schleusner takes a little slapper in there. I thought Anderson was going to put that one in. He had no reason to pass that puck initially. He had half the net and was a little bit generous there, I thought. He could have been a little more selfish. Just fired that biscuit in. T-Birds drop it in deep. Defenseman change. Out comes Mueller. Anderson's still out there. Nash pushes it up the boards. Chilliwack's going to be offside here. As Arnold fell forward, skates first, ahead of the puck. Yeah. T-Birds went in 3-on-1. Anderson on the left with Warham and Weston. Anderson probably had the best shot at the net there, but generous fella. Made sure he got a couple of good passes, and then he had a couple of other shots at it. Couldn't quite get it done. Puck goes over the boards into the Chilliwack bench. Hits a helmet, saves the coach as the bench has a laugh over what might have happened to the coach's midsection had that helmet not been in the way. All it takes to draw. He lets him have that one, and Raux comes out with it. Here comes Nash. He tried to flip it in, then O'Halla got it. He made a move on the D-man, but couldn't get the shot away. Chilliwack turns and comes back the other way. Procy's got that puck. He pulls it up the boards, has a quick look around. He'll have a Whistler in on the net. Bradford made a good save on that. I think the net's off. Bradford fixes the net. He makes the saves and fixes the net. Here goes Nash. He gets it over to O'Halla. O'Halla the goalie. Oh, and he tried to go 5-hole on him, and there was no room left there. He shut that thing down pretty quick. That was a nice little play between those three boys that moved the puck across. The Chilliwack defender, one on the left or the right, will move up, and they seem to be able to, the T-Birds have picked up on that and are able to create some 2-on-1s here. Moran in the circle as the linesman fixes the net with Bradford. Moran wins the puck back, bouncing all over the place again. Clint corrals it. He walks out of there with it. tries to get a shot away. He gets it over to Alonzo. Alonzo fires one off the blocker and it goes up and out of play. Klink did a good job there just to get that puck to settle down. I think after another one of those 3-hopper face-offs from the linesman here. Trying to get that thing flat, boys. Drop her flat, and then boys can play. Yamamoto with a shot. That skips through a couple of legs. Klink was in front. Goaltender down in his butterfly, made the pad save and held on to it. No rebound there. Man back in the circle. Rosenbaum looks over his shoulder at Weston just to make sure he's in the right spot. Puck goes to the side. Alonzo picks that off. That's Alonzo, not Weston. Alonzo's got it up. Fire it back to Yamamoto, who made a great stop at the blue line. It's down in the corner again. Moran there. He takes a bump, holds a puck in his skates. He's down, takes a shot. Oh, and there's a rebound that just jumped over Alonzo's stick. Alonzo picks it up again. Yamamoto, he dumps it in. Now we go away one-on-one. Tries to have a shot that goes over top of the net. Yamamoto battles his man. Moran bumps his guy. That was good hustle back. Oh, there is a 3 or 4 hits in a row. That's going to be interference. That's across the ice. Now we got a fracas going. The Shaw's in there. Linesmen are in there. People trying to grab hold of Alonzo. Everybody wants to have a shove at them. The Chilliwack player came clean across the ice to try to hit anybody that he could find. Klink goes down. Shaw's happy with it. He'll have a clap. Lets the Chilliwack bench know exactly what the score is. 5-2. Here now at the end of the second period. We'll sort out the penalties after this. Klink's gone to the box with the opposing Chilliwack player as well. We could be in for a lively third period here, folks. Yeah. It's nice and warm up here.
Yeah.
Is this you?
No, that's him.
No, nice.
The smart guy here.
Yeah, I'm blocking it though.
You sit here for 3 games in the afternoon. I think you just comes in handy.
Oh yeah, I bet.
I keep forgetting mine. I don't know why I'm having a problem with my own.
All right. It looks like nobody's worse for wear here. Now, I've known one of these linesmen to get particularly involved in trying to help the referee call penalties. So this may not actually be the end of it. He's over there in the ear of the referee. Stick's still laying on the ice.
Both coaches having long conversations with their troops.
Linesman finally tired of looking at the sticks on the ice, picks them up and brings them over. Look at this, your Seattle Seahawks lead 17-13.
So third period now, third quarter. Looks like we only got 2 boys in the box over there.
Well, oh no. Rosenbaum screaming at the Seattle bench again about something. So he has a look around.
Oh, are you just running the period on? Is that what we're doing?
I don't know.
Got a little problem with
We need a headset over to the penalty bench there with Nash.
Not sure what
He'll know
we got Klink in the box.
He'll know what's going on. Now Ed Yamamoto's putting Klink back together again over there, taking pictures and fixing Klink at the same time.
Not sure why that clock's still running.
Well, shots 21-15, T-Birds at the end of 2, 5-2. And it's always a crapshoot as to how many minutes will be in the third period, judging by the ice time here. Coaches have basically run out of things to say to their players. Now they're talking to referees. Butters wants an explanation of what exactly is going on from the referee. Seems like it's a bit of a one-way conversation here. As they ask and try to find out what's going on. Rosenbaum, he tries to sort out the Chilliwack player here. He's in there. Nobody quite knows what's going on. And we got a 15-minute third period here. It's almost all I can do to lean my head over the side and tell him to get this bloody game going. There can't be this much discussion. Make a call and get on with it already, gentlemen. Rosenbaum, he's got his knuckles taped up just in case someone tries to get into a fracas with him. That's an interesting look for a linesman there. Well, you see all that white tape on his hand. Now, if a player had that kind of tape on and got into a fight, that would be a fairly hefty penalty. You're not allowed to do that. But I don't know if now Butters seems to have talked the referee into something, so he's going to discuss it with Rosenbaum and the other linesman here. Good thing we don't need to get home and get the Christmas lights up. We got all day. We'll be down to a 12-minute period here in a minute. Right now this will precipitate a quick discussion with the Chilliwack coach. So everybody, Childers is going to make his way to the bench now.
Which leads me to believe he's serving an additional...
Yeah, pretty sure he was not involved in that
the fracas.
End of period fracas. Ed lets him in and has a quick chat with him to see how things are going. There may be a Chilliwack player going over.
A couple 2s and 10s.
Yeah. Now there's some good back and forth. It's community refereeing here this afternoon. We'll ask the coach what he thinks, and then we'll make a call, and then we'll ask the other coach what he thinks, and he'll make a call.
Getting a little heated down here, though.
This is embarrassing, is what this is. It is not community refereeing. Make a call and get on with it. These guys wonder why they get themselves in trouble.
I mean, it all started when they're going to be running across the ice.
Flying
just
across the ice.
Trucked whoever it was.
Seems to be a negotiation here now as to who's going to go where. Unnecessary roughness I just read off of the referee there. Oh, now it is a negotiation. I'm going to lean over the boards here. Hey, the Zamboni's warming up, boys. Let's go. Even the Chilliwack coach has had enough. Now's when we need a commercial.
Exactly.
Cut the commercial.
You need to start writing.
I'm getting riled up.
Talk about your team paraphernalia.
Some team paraphernalia.
Oh, we might be going so. Oh, no,
No.
go.
Now we're going to confer back and forth
We're
again.
going to go discuss over here.
Here's what I saw. Here's what you saw. Here's what Butters saw. Here's what the Chilliwack coach saw.
We better go check with Butters again.
Yeah, we can't have anybody go leave the bench.
I don't think we had any of that, did we?
Butters out of the protective boot today. He's gone straight up loafers with the. I don't have that hat defies description, but he is out of the boot. Puck sits at center ice, waiting for some sort of decision. I'm sure this is exactly how USA Hockey drew up making these sorts of calls. Community decision. Even the Zamboni driver's coming out to have a look. He wants to know what's going on.
Oh boy.
Now we got a round 2 on the discussion.
like somebody might have got the boot. Yep, see ya.
Garcia Glue and Clink both get the gate. Clink headed to the bench. Looks like the T-Birds may have the extra man with extra guys sitting in there with Childers firmly seated there. Now the linesman decides he'll need to get a drink of water. One more guy, one more Chilliwacker as they'll be headed to the penalty bench.
All the serving that helps.
Yeah, we've got plenty of volunteers up here in the gondola. Go over and serve that penalty.
Kicked out?
Yeah.
Not so fun being the scorekeeper over there today.
I think it'd probably be just fine. They haven't told him anything. He hasn't had to change anything.
Out of all this, we're still going to probably play 5-on-5 hockey.
Yeah. The Chilliwack coach convinced them that since you're going to play 5-on-5, he doesn't need to put a guy in. So Childers comes out of the box, and the circus continues. Linesman shrugs his shoulders. He's not quite sure what's going on.
Hey, so it's a 5-on-4, right? 5-on-4?
Chilliwack coach says, hey, I thought it was a 5-on-4. I negotiated a 5-on-4. Once again, the linesman takes the lead on this.
You said they got an instigator ball. I mean, you guys gotta figure it out. I can't figure it out for you.
Yeah, the Chilliwack coach has probably hit the nail on the head as he exclaims that he cannot figure it out for the referees. He may in fact be right. We're back underway here. Weston down in the corner. He bumps it over to Childers. Childers looks around. He's got no place to go with it. He twists and turns behind the net. Gets it over to Weston. Bumps into Weston and gives it up. Chilliwack comes out. Little backhand flipper up the middle. Orm stands in front of his man. Blocks a shot there. Puck goes down deep in the corner. Chilliwack grabs it. They look for a guy and punch it right out promptly out their own. Schlusner tries to poke check that one away. In comes Salmon. He goes to the backhand and has that blocked. It goes up off the glass. Moran battles his guy in behind the net. Gets it to Schlusner. He's chased down by a Chilliwack player and rims it around the boards where it's picked up by Weston. Weston finally gets it out. Chipped over by Warren, who's about seen enough. That goes all the way down the ice, but won't be icing. The way they change, here comes, oh boy, Trev pushed that one up the middle, but not quite over the stick of the Chilliwack defender. They go across ice. They can't quite get a handle on it. Trevor picks it up and he pushes it over down the blue line. Chilliwack defender has it. He's pestered by Nash, and O'Hollick just missed that puck, or he'd had a golden opportunity there. Houston finds his guy, poke checks him, then lifts the puck off of him. Goes back up the middle, but Nash was turning the other way. Back in, Mueller fires it back in. Schlusner's got the puck. Pushes it over to Mueller. Mueller up the wall to Nash. Nash chips it out to O'Hollick. It's a little 2-on-2 here. Oh, that was a good call. It was just offside. Just offside. Just offside.
That's bullshit! That's absolutely ridiculous! Put the puck in their net! I can't! You gotta help me out!
coach has had enough. Upset that Laux put it in the net after the whistle, which is a bit of a one of those unwritten rules in the game.
That's enough.
And the Chilliwack coach has about had enough of this community refereeing, and lets the referee know that maybe he want to give him a hand. And for his efforts, he takes a 2-minute bench minor, and the T-Birds will go to the Serve Pro Tacoma power play. Mike Geddes with McGarriger and Alonzo. Mueller and Anderson and back on the blue line. Alonzo gets it back to Mueller. Geddes falls down. He's wrapped up with a stick. Alonzo has it. He goes straight at the guy with no stick and punches it into Geddes' feet. Away goes Chilliwack. 2-on-1, backhand out behind the net. There's an opportunistic play by Chilliwack. Alonzo takes it in behind the net as the T-Birds turn and come out in the 5-man unit. Anderson has it. He fires it around behind the boards. Geddes will be the first guy in to grab that puck. He turns with the puck, looks at Mueller. Mueller's got it. He skates it towards the middle. Geddes has it. He's got a chance at a shot. He shoots and scores. Geddes had half the net, and he made no mistake there. That might have hit the middle post. He had lots of room there. That was a good little play there. Anderson dumps it in behind the net. The Chilliwack goalie, for some reason, didn't step out and stop it. And who was waiting there with it was Mike Geddes to pick it up. He gets it back to Mueller. And Mueller gets it right back to Geddes, who had half the net, and he snapped it home. That gives the T-Birds a 6-2 lead with a running clock, unless Matt Nash isn't paying great attention over there. 10 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Mueller dumps it in the corner. McGarriger gives chase. Chilliwack twists and turns, but McGarriger leaves him of the puck. He holds it, goes down on one knee, then he gets it, pushes it over to the net, and Alonzo goes to the net. And nobody, no funny business after that one. Strong shift there by Mike Geddes. He'll make his way back to the bench to a hero's welcome for that goal. Puts the T-Birds up 6-2 and may actually relieve some of the tension in the building here after that penalty by the Chilliwack coach. Chilliwack breaks out with the puck off the draw. Yamamoto has a look at his man, but other Chilliwack player, as it went in 2-on-2, was pretty intent on making sure he got a whack in on Shaw and then went across the blue line before the puck. So we'll have an offside face-off. Moran will take the draw. Puck's down and Moran wins that one. Yamamoto puts it up the boards off of Weston's knee cap, and Ed Yamamoto's got himself a souvenir. He gives it back, and puck comes all the way down into the T-Bird zone, which may be somewhat debatable, but Moran will take this draw, scrambles it out, Chilliwack takes that. Puck comes to the near side boards, and it's tried to get the puck deep there, but Moran stopped that puck. He shoves it forward for Weston. Couldn't grab it. Weston's a little offside, so he comes back and circles around as Chilliwack tries to bring it out. Childers sticks his stick in the way and blocks that one. Puck continues to bounce around. Shaw's got it on the boards in front of the bench. 4 or 5 guys in there battling around, and finally Shaw whacks it out of the zone. Hall has it. He tries to go across ice and whiffs on it. Now he'll try to skate it on his own. Childers gave him a bump, and he ran into the referee. The referee skate was in the way. Moran's got the puck now. He takes a little hit from behind. Moran's pokes away at it as it bounces around again and again. Now back in the corner, Chester looks across ice. Nobody in particular there, but Hall picks it up and he passes it to himself off the boards. Warren has that. He flips it up the side, takes a bump. Linesman in the way again. Laux had it. Warren tripped that guy. Absolutely tripped that guy. They dumped the puck in deep. The Chilliwack coach not happy with that either. Warren had stuck his foot out. The only guy who didn't see it was the guy wearing the stripes. Puck's out. And now back over the boards, Ed Yamamoto will get another souvenir. He's going to need Laurel Butter's puck bag to get all of those things home. T-Birds change up front. Getty's back out there with McGarriger and Alonso. Mueller battles in there. 3, 4 guys in there poking around at the puck. Squirts out to Alonso. Alonso pushes it up to McGarriger, makes a nice play off his skates, gets it to Getty's. Getty's in alone. Getty's had a couple of whacks at it, and the Chilliwack goaltender made a couple of good saves there. Closed up that 5-hole. Now Mueller stops it at the blue line and backhands it across to Anderson. Anderson rolls a bouncer over, takes 2 hops, and ends up on Alonso's stick. Puck still on its side. But he tries to flatten that thing out. Alonso bumped his man trying to poke it loose. Up comes Pagram. Pushes it into the corner and that rolls down. Anderson bumps a guy. He gets pushed from behind. Puck squirts around the outside. Geddes gets hit but gets the puck out. Ends up caught up in the linesman's skates of all things, if you can believe that. Mueller grabs it. Linesman trying to get out of the way again. This T-Bird forward line seen enough, they're going to go make a change. Got to be a frustrating game with that puck bouncing all over the place. Legs and arms, Chilliwack legs and arms. Linesman and referees legs and arms. Tough deal. That one goes flipped out to the center and then dumped in on the net. Bradford has it. He scoops it over to Yamamoto. Yamamoto up the boards to Weston, to Moran, to Childers, off of Childers' skate, right over to the Chilliwack defender. That's off Moran's skate, but right back to Chilliwack. Shaw grabs it. He tries to go up top with it, but whiffed on that one. And Moran has it. That's a good pass over to Weston. Weston has a look. Chilliwack defender thought he might hip check Weston, but couldn't quite get the spot. Weston takes a bump, but still controls the puck. Squirts out the back. In comes Nash. Nash tries to pick the pocket, and he does. Gets it over to Moran. Moran's got it. He brings it up the boards. Tries to get it over. Hit a Chilliwack defender, and it's off the other way. Dornan has it now. Shaw stays in front of him, and then Weston just fires it off the boards, and he'll go for a change. Chilliwack picks it up. Everybody going the wrong way right now. Yamamoto grabs it, does a little quick shoulder check. Up to Nash. Halla had it, but just had to jump over his stick. Here comes Hall. Hall fired one off the toe of Bradford, and went up off the glass and around the boards. More battles in front. That looked like it could have been offside. Linesman 10 feet inside the blue line, trying to make a close call like that. Doesn't take a lot of trigonometry to figure out that he might not have seen that one at the best angle. Alright, roll away, puck down. T-Birds battle in front of the bench. It's fired down. We'll have another icing here. Rosenbaum drops the puck back into the corner, rimmed around by Schleusner. Arms up again, and that's going to be another icing. 3 minutes and 37 seconds of straight time hockey to go. That 15-minute discussion in between periods that amounted to just about nothing would have been an extra, I think an extra 2 on each side and probably a fighting major. Got those boys kicked out of the game, but it took a good 15 minutes worth of time to sort that out, as a conversation resembling a United Nations peace treaty took place between all the benches and the referees. Now the puck's down low. There's going to be a call here as Hall hit his man in a vulnerable position. It might have been McGarriger that took that hit. He's popped right back up and is ready to go. Hall will take a 2-minute minor here for boarding. With 2:44 to go, that'll be a 3-minute penalty run in straight time. So the T-Birds are going to be on the Serve Pro power play for the next 2 minutes and 35 seconds. McGarriger bent over in the circle. It's a 3-minute penalty. The referee's confused now. Oh yeah, Rosenbaum sorts him out. And the puck goes back down. McGarriger wins the draw. Warham's got it. Slides across. He flips one in and it's grabbed by the Chilliwack goaltender. McGarriger's won 2 in a row here. Let's see if we can get a third one. He pulls that one back to Schleusner. Schleusner looks across over to Alonso. Back to Schleusner. One timer for Warham. That thing's up and over top of the net. Alonso grabs that, gets it down low to McGarriger. McGarriger comes around behind the net. He fires him right in front of the net. Nobody there. Alonso's got it. He settles the puck down. He's going to have a wrister. Takes a wrister right into the goaltender's glove. No traffic in front there. That'll bring out a whole new set of T-Birds here. Some shots there, but nothing of the high quality variety, I would say. Chilliwack loses the draw, but regains possession and takes it out across the blue line. They dump the puck in down low. There's Salmon waiting down there for it. He gets it up to Moran unintentionally, and then is bumped by Shaw. Then Shaw is tripped. Right after that, Salmon's going to get himself a penalty. Oh, and then he gets himself another misconduct. He'll be sent to the room. That's a 2 and a 10, as he was not amused there. He worked hard to get the puck down the ice, worked hard in behind the net, and then he ended up, now he flips his stick in his glove. He's definitely upset. Fell down in a heap as he tried to throw his glove. Not one of his probably more athletic moves that he's made. Ended up on his keister sitting in front of the dressing room down here. Gloves and stick left here for his mom to come pick up afterwards, I guess. Shaw picks it up. He's going to have a look. He gets it over to Yami. Yami has a slapper that just hit the bottom of the blocker. That was a good little pass there. Net went off. And the clock ticks down. We're at 15 seconds. It's going to burn out the clock here, and everybody's going to go home. This is going to be a T-Birds 6-2 victory, out shooting Chilliwack 26-15. I don't think they're even going to line up for this draw. The Chilliwack players will have a 2-hour ride back to lovely Chilliwack, and the T-Birds are going to take a couple days off here. No practice tomorrow, and get the rest of this day done. One last negotiation between the Chilliwack coach and the referees, right down in front of us, which I don't know that I can take much more of that. The Zamboni doors open up, and we're going to sign off.
As soon as we see if they're going to shake hands, they might not even be shaking any hands.
Lowen says, "Let's go." We'll shake their hands. We're not mad at them. We're mad at you, ref. It's all good. But he does the sportsman-like thing no matter what went on here today. And all in all, it was a little dust-up. It was probably more difficult to figure out than it needed to be, but T-Birds can take some pride in that long stretch where they've gone now 9 games over 10 days and have won 8, lost none, and tied 1. Like I said, they'll be off for the rest of today. No practice tomorrow, practice Tuesday, and then right back at it up at Pitt Meadows on Wednesday night.
You guys are out of town Wednesday then?
Yeah.
That means I don't have to come practice.
There you go. Take the night off, coach.
Yep.
All right. How do you stand there afterwards and let this guy talk to you? Anyways. I'll see you Wednesday, Brian.
All right.
Okay, brother.
See you later. Signing off.
Signing off.